Good morning and welcome to Fort Seller Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Lin, and I hope that you had a wonderful Tuesday yesterday. Today is Wednesday, December 22nd, 2021, and it is a day one. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I'm going to invite you, as I always do, to participate in the Mindful Minute. The Mindful Minute is a good way to get yourself to settle, to arrive in the here and the now, to let go of the past, and certainly give you an opportunity and permission to just let go of the future. A lot of us are excited about winter break. A lot of us are excited if you celebrate Christmas. You're excited about Christmas coming up on Saturday. But guess what? Saturday isn't here. A winter break hasn't started. We have what's going on right here and right now. And you know what? Let's just breathe. Let's just notice what's going on here. So let's use our eyes for a moment, scan your environment and find something to focus on, something that catches your eyes, and then just look at it. Just study it. Study the colors. Study its texture, whether it's rough or smooth, right? Soft, perhaps even. Study its size and different shades of a color perhaps might come out as well. What do you see? Shadows. Okay. Now with your nose, take a breath in and out. What do you notice with your sense of smell? What memories perhaps might that smell bring up to you? And then with your ears, just pause, listen. What do you hear? Once again, what sounds are there that are happening right along with us that we're not noticing in our regular life, but now we are noticing them because, well, we've been asked to pay attention to it. Okay, so hearing is a classic example of things that go on in our world, in our present place, that we don't even notice until we actually start paying attention to it. And finally, what do you notice with your sense of touch? Whether it's the clothing on you or an itch or, yes, once again, the temperature of the room. Now I'm going to invite you to use different breathing techniques. I'm going to go ahead and use the starfish breathing myself today. You can use whatever breathing technique works best for you, but I want to invite you to join along. Notice your body, notice the chair holding you up. Notice where your bottom meets that chair, and notice how your feet are held up by the floor. I like to close my eyes, but you don't have to. Let's go ahead and take that first breath in and out. You are arriving. You are now noticing what is going on in front and around you. Breathe in. Nice and slowly feel the coolness of that air flowing in through your nose. And as you let it out, let your shoulders and your back relax. Settle into your chair. Breathe in and out. And then when you're in the rhythm of noticing your breath, as you breathe in again, notice what feelings you've got today. You're super excited about what's happening in a few days, perhaps. Breathe out. Just notice that you're excited. Don't get too wrapped up in why you're excited. Maybe you're excited about Christmas. Maybe you're excited about tomorrow. Maybe you're excited about having your favorite special today. Guess what? Don't get too caught up in why. Just notice you are excited. Breathe out. What other feelings do you have today? Maybe what feelings that are not as pleasant? Breathe in. Maybe you're like the student that told me, breathe out, that she was going to be sad when we went for a winter vacation. Breathe in. Maybe that sadness is because you don't want to leave school. Don't get too caught up in why you don't want to leave school. Just notice that you're sad. Breathe out. It's an unpleasant feeling, but let it into your heart, and let it sit down and try to study what that sadness makes you feel. Breathe in. Just like I want you to study how that excitement might make you feel. Breathe out. And in due time, those feelings will, breathe in, move on. Breathe out. Now, in a moment, you're going to hear a bell or a chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. And when you can't hear it anymore, you may then open your eyes and awaken to the world that is around you. Welcome to a new day right here at the fort where you are loved, where you are cared for, and where we want you to succeed. Now, whether you have a great day or not, that's ultimately your choice. So choose wisely, work at it, and enjoy the rewards. At this moment, please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You can go ahead and take a seat. I'm so grateful for you. I am so happy that you're part of our school. And I'm also really, really, really excited that so many of you guys are continuing to do the breathing technique with me. A lot of you guys continue to really enjoy doing the rainbow breathing, and that's kind of cool too. I didn't think to do that. I think maybe tomorrow I might try to remember to do the rainbow breathing. I haven't done that in a while. Now remember, we have 3 expectations here at the school. Number 1, show that you're respectful to yourself as well as others. You know, many of us watched that movie Wonder yesterday, and you know, when kids weren't as nice to Augie earlier on in the story, you might have noticed that Augie didn't feel like he was being respected. And as friends became more kind and more compassionate to him, Augie's feelings went from being upset and angry to more and more happiness. You see, being respectful to other people means you're creating happiness. That's kind of neat. You get to create happiness, guys. Just be respectful to other people. And if you're respectful to yourself and you do things that make you proud, you're also bringing happiness to yourself, right? I mean, think about how you feel when you look yourself in the mirror at the end of the day and you know you picked up that trash. Nobody else saw you, but you did the right thing, even when nobody else was looking. Well, you respected yourself and you feel happy. You've created happiness. How cool is that? Respect creates happiness. The other thing, too, is also be responsible. Be responsible with your hands and your feet, the words that come out of your mouth. You know, yesterday at lunch, I had to talk to somebody about, you using your hands in a respectful and responsible way. You know, like we know how to use our hands. I can make my hands clap. I can make my fingers wiggle. I know I can control my hands. You know, I will say what's really cool is that yesterday, as we were watching a movie, there was a student last week I was talking to, and I reminded him to, if he didn't know what to do with his hands, to just use his other hand and hold on to it, just so it just doesn't do something you don't want it to do. And guess what? I loved that I saw him doing that. Cool. It was one of our first graders, and he showed it to me. He actually was holding his hands behind his back, sitting there watching a movie. And he saw me and he showed me that he was doing that. He was controlling his hands. So cool. Now, I have to say today, I might have to talk to a few kids about how we control and are responsible with our hands on the bus. And, remember, our hands can be used to touch things to help. You know, you can go grab a pencil and give it to somebody who needs a pencil. But using your hands to make people uncomfortable by poking them when they don't want to be touched is not responsible. And, I want you all to hear it. I definitely have to talk to some students. You may know who you are. But just remember, we need to be responsible with our hands and our feet and our words and everything that we can control. Last but not least, show that you're ready to learn. Ready to learn, guys. We're still in school. We're going to do a lot of fun things this week because we're gearing up for winter break. But guess what? We need to be ready. Okay. Now, our character trait of the month is compassion. Our movie, A Wonder, for those of you guys who watched it, really dealt with being compassionate. You know, when you are presented with that choice to either be right or to be kind, choose kind. Choose compassion. That's what December is all about. We're going to continue to celebrate compassion, but we do have our PBIS assembly later on today, and we will talk a little bit about what our next character trait will be for the month of January. In the meantime, I want you to hear this from me. I love you just the way you are, guys. Each one of you. Like I said earlier on, you are unique. You make our school special. I love the way that you're growing. I know that sometimes we make mistakes, but I love that many of you guys are ready and you just brush yourself off and you just try to win the day. The encouraging version of you Not the angry and frustrated one, but the encouraging version of you. I'm always rooting for to win, okay? And I need that encouraging and happy version of you to win. Just like you need the encouraging and happy Mr. Lin to win today. You don't need the angry Mr. Lin, right? You want him to lose. You want the happy one to win. So we've got to do whatever we can do to be proud of ourselves. We need to go let other people know that we like them just the way they are as well. So that's my challenge to you today. Just like any other day, go find somebody. Tell them you love them just the way they are. Have a great day, everybody. Can't wait to see you guys around.